Coming up, we revisit the regional art festival Spring Creek and showcase what it was like to be there. And later, our Thanksgiving special that features a variety of videos including Thanksgiving at the Circes and a turkey blowing up.
Gobble gobble.
Gobble, 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 gobble. Gobble, gobble, gobble.
I'm thankful for my family, my friends, my job.
I'm thankful for my 2 nieces and my friends here at ALE and for lollipops.
I'm thankful for friends and family and my phone.
I'm thankful for my friends and family and my baby.
Gobble gobble. I'm Blair Brewer.
And I'm Jasmine Castillo. Welcome to a special edition of Springdale Today. During the week of October 24th and 25th, the Spring Creek Art Festival was held at the Jones Center for Families. It showcased student artwork in a variety of aspects such as art, video, photography, and live performance. Here's a gist of what took place at the festival.
I think it's awesome. I think that it helps us grow in the community, and it gives us an opportunity to meet all the colleges, and it really just puts us on the map. And I didn't know there were so many filmmakers around Northwest Arkansas that were so into this.
I believe it's a learning opportunity. It could be a good experience, and I could learn some new stuff from it.
Student opportunities to me are opportunities for them to meet potential colleges or scholarship opportunities, anything that can better their lives outside of high school. Because we're not just teaching them how to pass high school, we're teaching them how to be better off in the industry, whether they want to be in TV or not. We're trying to get them into a better life and a better career path.
The festival showcased the artwork to not only other students, but college vendors as well. It allowed students to take workshops, explore different colleges, and gave them the opportunity to learn more about the career fields of their choice.
As you may know, we do teacher features from schools all around the district who utilize Common Core in their everyday classrooms. This week, we traveled to Helen Tyson Middle School to feature Susan O'Brien. Griselda Hymas and Danielle Cedric have the story.
I'm Susan O'Brien, a teacher, 6th grade social studies. I teach U.S. history from Reconstruction through modern day. First and foremost, over the summer and starting last year, we planned with other teachers to come up with ways to incorporate Common Core in our UBD units. One of the things that we definitely try to do through literacy, reading, and writing is to have students write as much as possible and to use multiple sources in order to get their information so they can synthesize it and put it together. So for example, we looked at primary source documents, and then we read accounts about things that happened in the West as we studied the West. And then they're going to be performing a play and get some additional information, and then they will have a project to write from the perspective of one of these groups of people. So getting them to discuss, have opinions, and use evidence is a really big part of what we do as well. We started last year. We teamed up with our language arts department and started doing some things to bring social studies and language arts a little bit closer together. And then this year, using these UBD units that were created by all the schools, I think have really enhanced Common Core. I think the benefits for the students are that across the disciplines, they are encountering some of the same expectations. Being able to pull information from multiple sources, being exposed to, writing in all the disciplines. And I think for them, it is increasing their ability to express themselves, their ability to critically think about things, and to consider multiple perspectives and how those play a role. Especially in history, perspective is really important. I like that I can use informational text and I can mix it with parts of literature that I can just pull in so many different sources that the kids can get those perspectives from, and then they can pick and choose what's relevant to them and make their connection to that, and that will probably be what they use to write their supporting arguments with when they're giving evidence.
Well, we learned about the people that were courageous a long time ago, and they just had a lot of courage, and I feel like that's what encouraged me to become a teacher.
I think you just have to be open-minded, and you have to always be looking for new sources and things to pull in to make your curriculum relevant. It's only going to stick in the kids' heads if they can make a connection with it. And depending on their background knowledge and depending on the materials you choose, they of course should be grade level, but you really need to be open-minded to, oh, I might need to consider this, or look, here's a new one. Is it better than the one I have? So I think it's going to be an ever-changing thing that's going to be occurring, and we're not just going to be like, this is what we do, because society is changing, and there's always something new that you can pull in and bring to the table.
She is funny, and she is really nice to us, and she's just awesome.
I just really, I love teaching, and to me, Common Core, it really seems just kind of a natural extension of what we should be doing anyway.
If you know a teacher you'd like to have featured, email us at communications@sdale.org.
After the break, we compete in a national contest making a video about safety in the automotive workforce. And coming up later, our Thanksgiving special. You won't want to miss this explosive segment.
Nobody likes you, and I hope that you know that.
I hope he never has kids. They might turn out and
Go ahead.
him.
You thought he could sit in rotation? Freak.
Who would vote for her?
She's such a freak. He should have never been born.
When people don't experience the damage cyberbullying causes,
They feel little empathy.
Even behind a screen, your voice isn't hidden.
No matter how many people push you down, you need to learn to get back up.
Welcome back. Before the break, we told you about competing in a national contest and creating a video explaining the safety in the automotive workforce. Joey Myers and Dakota Meineke have the story.
Hi, my name is John Lindsay. I'm an automotive service instructor. Today we're going to talk about safety in the shop environment. Safety glasses are very important. Safety glasses should be worn anytime performing an operation in an automotive shop. Anytime you're working with grinders, anytime you're working with any air tools or air of any kind, anytime you're working around any aerosols, or just any general chemicals that may be involved in any maintenance or service that's done on any automobile. Safety glasses are by far the most important safety device that we use in the automotive industry. Most of our determination of problems comes from visual inspection, and without the use of our eyes, we can't perform our duties. Your eyes are very important and you must protect them. Consequences of not wearing your safety glasses could be as severe as loss of an eye. Now, it depends on the level of intrusion of whatever chemical you get. You may get pieces of metal or dust or debris in your eyeball, which can be washed out, but do tend to scratch the corneas and retinas and can be very damaging to one's eye. It could even be to the point of loss of the physical eye itself.
The winning students will receive a Skills USA prize pack as well as a scholarship up to $2,500, and the winning school will receive a prize up to $5,000. Southwest Junior High hosted the very popular Tim and Jeff in the Morning from Power 105.7 to promote the Mi Futuro program.
They are getting almost like one-on-one. If you'll notice over here today, they are working with volunteers from the head office and from the local stores, but they're getting in small group one-on-one help with those tools and resources to be able to communicate, to be able to be ready and think about their future, and to go on, like I said, past high school, whether they choose to go into the career field or into post-secondary college. What are those tools and resources they need to be successful? And I see kids, not just after school, this is also helping them with high school.
Mi Futuro started out here at Southwest as a pilot program through Walmart. And it's a program that helps students understand the steps that you should be taking in order to achieve success. And it's sponsored by Walmart's and associate managers. They come here the third Tuesday, of each month, and they meet with students, and it's just for 8th graders.
So we're the only school in Northwest Arkansas that is sponsored by Walmart through this sponsorship with our 8th graders. So it's our 3rd year, and we just see it being successful year after year. And this is because of the success that we have experienced and the people at Walmart have experienced with our students. They're wanting to go nationwide with it.
Walmart wanted to help the students in the area who were students at risk, the students that did not understand the opportunities that are out there for them.
I think it's important for kids, for young folks to understand that you can get a job, you can make money doing what you love to do. I think that's very important.
The students are very excited. At first they're a little bit reluctant, but then they come and they're really happy and they enjoy it. And the associate managers are a dynamite group. They really motivate the kids really well. So it's wonderful.
I learn about how difficult it is to get a job and to keep going on what you're passionate about and what you love. Because if you just get a job you don't like, your life is gonna be ruined. You're just gonna come home with a sad expression in your face. you're gonna be like tired every day, like bored, and you're gonna mess up in that job and not do good in it.
Just that in order for it to be successful, it takes a really great partnership between not only Walmart, but between the school. And we've had a great experience here. The faculty at Southwest and the students at Southwest are committed to the program and to, learning more about it and doing whatever they can to make it better. I feel like I know we've seen it grow over the last 3 years, and we're more than double the kids that we impacted the first year. So it's been a really great experience.
This program is sponsored by Walmart. The third Tuesday of every month, associate managers and associate executives come to Southwest to meet with their students and discuss their futures.
After the break, we have a treat in store for you. You won't want to miss out.
When I grow up, I want to be a doctor.
When I grow up, I want to be a music teacher. When I grow up, I want to be a counselor.
When I grow up, I want to be a future NBA player.
The Springdale Schools, dedicated to our students, dedicated to our community, and dedicated to excellence. The Springdale Schools, building future leaders.
Thank you. Welcome back. Before the break, we told you we had a treat in store for you. It's time for our Thanksgiving special. We are going to feature multiple videos varying from turkey fire safety to hearing testimonials from people around the district, sharing with us what they are thankful for.
Up first, we have a video titled The History of Thanksgiving. It was made by Daniel Cedric, Alejandro Catalan, Blair Brewer, and myself.
On September 6, 1620, the Pilgrims of England boarded their boat, the Mayflower, to sail across the Atlantic. 4 months later, on December 11th, the Pilgrims descended from their ship and onto the shores of Plymouth Rock in Cape Cod, Massachusetts. The Pilgrims arrived to the New World in the middle of winter and almost died for lack of food and shelter. Fortunately for the Pilgrims, one Native American named Squanto of the Wampanoag tribe was brave enough to bridge the gap between the societies. Squanto and the Wampanoag tribe taught the Pilgrims how to grow crops, how to hunt, and how to build shelters. In 1621, after a year of good harvest and successful living, the Pilgrims threw a feast. They invited all the Wampanoag, and their celebration is what is now known as the First Thanksgiving. On behalf of us here at Springdale District Television, have a great Thanksgiving.
Our next video is a feature on the Northwest Arkansas Food Bank, showing us why it's important to give back to our community and why they're the food bank to donate to. Ashley Duckworth has the story.
Do you know what real hunger is?
Where would you go if you needed food?
Hunger affects enough families in Northwest Arkansas to fill Razorback Stadium 6.7 times.
Help fill the plate.
Help fill the plate.
Help fill the plate for someone in need.
I'm Marvin Post. I'm the volunteer coordinator at the Northwest Arkansas Food Bank.
I volunteer at the St. Vincent de Paul Food Pantry.
My name is Rachel Money, and I do know hunger.
Food Bank provides food to the needy in Northwest Arkansas. The food is distributed by pantries that come to us for food, and they take it out to their locations and distribute it to the individuals. The programs that the food bank does is worthwhile, and I want to be a part of it. There is definitely a need. It is hard to believe that Northwest Arkansas has as many hungry people as they do. I think people should get involved. The more people get involved, the easier it would be for everyone.
I like working here because I can see how I can help people that need me and the excitement that they get over simple things that a lot of us take advantage of. Growing up, how these people are, it definitely gives them a different sense of character than I have. I can see that they're much stronger when they go through difficulties. A lot of people don't realize the poverty we have here in Northwest Arkansas.
You're absolutely
wonderful when you come in here. I'd never really even heard of food banks. It gets a situation that you have to, that's what you have to do. If we can't eat, you know, what do you do?
My story started when I was 3 years old, and my mom left an abusive relationship. We were homeless for a year, but I didn't know that. I thought we were on a big adventure traveling across the country. And that's when my mom finally found a community that would help her raise her child. And so that's where we first found the food bank. We'd go every single week, and we'd get a few things. And every now and then, every couple of weeks, I would find a little treasure in there for me. I think that's the thing that affects me most today, is that somebody took the time to put just a little bit of joy in that bag that came home with my mom. I know that there's another child out there like me who just needs somebody to put a little bit of joy in their bag. It's the easy things, right? It's a smile, it's not looking down on somebody, it's 50 cents here and there. It doesn't take much, but you can really change somebody's life.
Help us create a community where no one has to go hungry.
Help us create a community where no one has to go hungry.
Where no one has to go hungry.
The Northwest Arkansas Food Bank serves over 450,000 people annually in Benton, Washington, Madison, and Carroll counties through their partnerships with the local human service agencies. To learn more, visit their website at nwafoodbank.org. Frying a turkey is a wonderful holiday tradition, but it is also a very dangerous tradition if you don't know what you're doing. Here's a turkey fryer safety story.
Today we're going to demonstrate what would happen if you put a turkey that's not fully thawed into 5 gallons of oil for frying the turkey for around Thanksgiving. Well, if you don't fully thaw a turkey, or if you put water in oil that's heated to the 350 degrees or just a little bit less, it will actually boil over, and when it hits the flame at the bottom on the cooker, it will actually flash and create a huge fireball. Make sure you buy UL rated equipment. Look for one that has a sturdy base. Make sure your turkey's fully thawed. Even if you could cook it a little bit and warm it up, it won't have near the effect if you drop it into the oil. Watch your oil's temperature. If it gets above the 350 and starts getting up there, it would actually spontaneously combust because it's off-gassing at its ignition temperature. Make sure you put it together per manufacturer's instructions, and make sure that when you're putting it in and taking it out, you probably should wear some over your skin gloves, because taking it out, even if you know how to do it properly, hot grease that comes out of there is going to burn you. We're going to be using our turnout gear, which will burn if it gets the oil on it, but we're also going to be using our pike poles and standing in the way, because this demonstration we're actually going to make it boil over with an unthawed turkey.
Not properly frying a turkey can result in serious hazards such as a house fire, so before you plan your Thanksgiving meal, make sure you know how to safely fry a turkey
And always remember, if you can't see the sky, then do not fry. The last video of our Thanksgiving special is called Thanksgiving with the Circes. Every year, the Shiloh Museum reenacts your typical 1940s Thanksgiving meal in the Circes house. Joey Myers and Alejandro Catalan have the story.
This will be a program put on by the Shiloh Museum for elementary school students, and we're learning about Thanksgiving during the 1940s. So we'll be talking about rationing and what types of foods that the people would have eaten. Well, it was just very much like it is now, and yet there were a lot of families because of World War II. A lot of families were missing their young men who had never been away from the Ozarks before, and so there were a lot of them off at war.
We came today because we had heard about the program here at Shiloh Museum, and our kids have been studying about the Great Depression and the Roaring '20s and World War II. And we wanted them to be able to have a hands-on activity and be able to see a real-life setting in the way that it really was, instead of just looking at it through a textbook.
The Circes House is the only building that was actually built here on the grounds of the Shiloh Museum. It was built in 1871, and then 10 years later the Circes family bought the house, and in 1930s Lockwood and Annabelle Circes renovated the house. So we have it set up in the museum for the 1940s because they had renovated the house, and also there's some photographs of the house during that period. So we set it up just like that.
We just came from the general store, and they had ration coupons, and they could figure out what they needed to shop for Thanksgiving. And I were able to see that life was a lot different back then for the kids who lived in the 1940s during the World War II than what it is today for them.
We talk about Thanksgiving, and we talk about the turkey. The turkey didn't have to be rationed because of the poultry industry, which was becoming a big deal in northwest Arkansas. When Annabelle died, she had left in her will to donate the house to the city of Springdale, and that's how it became part of the museum.
This program is available to school programs grades 3rd through 6th every year from November 1st to the 22nd. To learn more about the event, visit the Shiloh Museum's website at shilohmuseum.org under the Education/School Programs tab.
Thank you for joining us for this special edition of Springdale Today.
We leave you now with people gobbling and telling us what they are thankful for.
Happy Thanksgiving from everyone here at SDTV.
Gobble, gobble.
Gobble, 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 gobble.
Gobble, gobble.
Gobble, gobble, gobble.
I'm thankful for having my friends and family and being able to be happy, being able to be home.
I'm thankful for my friends and my family.
I'm thankful for my friends and family and being here at ALE because it helps a lot of people.
I'm thankful for my family, friends, thankful for the opportunities I've been given in life, thankful that I got someone above watching down on me. I guess thankful for being me. I wouldn't want to be anyone else.